Have you ever wondered what players are not allowed to use or do on the court? Well, stick around to find the answer. Audible obscenity. Tennis, often perceived as a refined and elegant sport, upholds a certain level of decorum. In order to maintain the integrity of the game, governing bodies have implemented strict regulations against the use of inappropriate language. Tennis has a well-defined code of conduct that applies to both players and officials. One crucial aspect of this code is the prohibition of inappropriate language. Players are expected to maintain a level of sportsmanship and respect toward their opponents, officials, and the audience. Umpires play a pivotal role in maintaining fair play on the court, and part of their responsibility is to identify and address any violations, including the use of inappropriate language.
You owe me an apology. I have never cheated in my life. I have a daughter and I stand what's right for her and I've never cheated. And you owe me an apology.
Spaghetti-strung rackets. Spaghetti-strung rackets, also known as spaghetti stringing, were a technique that gained some attention in tennis during the 1970s and early 1980s. It involved using unconventional materials, such as nylon or plastic, to string tennis rackets instead of the traditional, natural gut or synthetic strings. This experimental approach aimed to enhance the spin and control of the ball, as the spaghetti strings provided more grip and texture on the ball's surface. However, while some players found success with spaghetti-strung rackets, the technique was eventually banned by tennis governing bodies, like the International Tennis Federation. The ban came into effect as it was believed that the excessive spin generated by these strings could compromise the integrity of the game. Additionally, there were concerns about the potential risk of injury to players or damage to opponents' rackets due to the unique properties of the spaghetti strings. Crucial shot that initiates each point of the game. However, there are certain rules and regulations surrounding the serve, and some serves can be deemed illegal if they do not adhere to these guidelines. A foot fault occurs when the server steps on or over the baseline or the center mark before making contact with the ball. The server must maintain contact with the ground behind the baseline until after the ball is hit. Otherwise, the serve is considered illegal. Tossing the ball. The server must toss the ball directly upward into the air for the serve. If that ball is not released properly, or if it is thrown to the side rather than upward, the serve may be considered illegal. Double bounce. The server must strike the ball before it bounces a second time. If the server makes contact with the ball after it has bounced twice, or if they miss the ball entirely, the serve is deemed illegal. Out of the service box. The server must hit the ball into the opponent's service box diagonally opposite them. If the ball lands outside the designated service box, the serve is considered illegal. Cross the center mark. In doubles tennis, the server must serve from the correct side of the court, starting on the right side of the center mark and alternating sides after each point. Serving from the wrong side or crossing the center mark before striking the ball makes the serve illegal. Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you want to see more of this content. Carpet tennis courts. Carpet tennis courts are a type of surface used in tennis that provides unique playing characteristics and has its own set of advantages and challenges. Unlike traditional clay, grass, or hard courts, carpet courts are made of textile or synthetic material, resembling indoor carpets. The smooth texture of the carpet can make it easier for players to slide and move across the court. However, some players may find it challenging to adjust to the surface, as it requires slightly different footwork compared to other court types. Carpet courts offer a medium-paced playing surface. They provide more consistent and predictable ball bounces compared to clay or grass courts. While carpet courts were more common in professional tennis during the 20th century, their use has decreased significantly in recent years. Today, the majority of professional tournaments are held on hard, grass, or clay courts. However, carpet courts can still be found in some lower-tier tournaments and regional events. Blue clay tennis court. The blue clay tennis court, also known as blue clay court or blue clay surface, is an innovative variation of the traditional clay court commonly used in tennis. It gained attention when it was introduced for the Madrid Open in 2012. One of the most notable aspects of the blue clay court is its slippery nature. The addition of the blue dye and other treatments can alter the court's texture, resulting in a surface that is more slippery than the traditional red clay court. This characteristic can affect player movement and footwork, requiring adjustments to players' playing styles. While the blue clay court was used for a few editions of the Madrid Open, its adoption has been limited to a handful of other tournaments. Today, traditional red clay remains the prevalent surface for clay court events in professional tennis. Ball abuse. Ball abuse refers to any intentional action by a player that mistreats or mishandles the tennis ball, often driven by frustration or anger. This can include forcefully hitting or throwing the ball out of the court, kicking or spiking the ball, or any other action that can damage the ball or disrupt the flow of the game. Such behavior is considered unsportsmanlike and goes against the spirit of fair play. In order to maintain fairness and respect in the game, tennis has established penalties for ball abuse. Depending on the severity of the offense, players may receive warnings, point deductions, or even disqualification from the match. These penalties act as a deterrent, ensuring that players treat the equipment with the reverence it deserves and maintain a professional attitude on the court. These initiatives aim to create a culture of respect, ensuring that players treat tennis balls and the game itself with the dignity they deserve. Performance-enhancing substances. The WADA, in collaboration with various international sports organizations, has established a comprehensive list of prohibited substances and methods. In tennis, the use of any substance or method that falls under this list is strictly forbidden. These substances include anabolic steroids, peptide hormones, beta-2 agonists, stimulants, and diuretics. Anabolic steroids promote muscle growth, enhance recovery, and may provide athletes with an unfair advantage in terms of strength and endurance. Similar to anabolic steroids, peptide hormones can boost muscle growth and aid in recovery, potentially enhancing athletic performance. Any player found guilty of using banned substances in tennis faces severe penalties and consequences. These may include suspensions from competition, fines, forfeiture of prize money and rankings points, and even disqualification from tournaments. Time violations. To regulate the time taken between points, tennis has introduced serve clocks and shot clocks in various tournaments. Serve clocks display the remaining time players have to start their service motion, while shot clocks indicate the time limit between points. These clocks aim to maintain a consistent pace of play and prevent unnecessary delays that can disrupt the flow of the match. As spectators and fans of tennis, it's important for us to understand and appreciate the significance of these regulations. By supporting and respecting the rules, we contribute to the integrity and longevity of the sport we love. If you enjoyed learning about the banned things in tennis, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Please click on the left video if you want to see the most hilarious moments in tennis history.